Hi guys, it's your girl Ham and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the pleasure of introducing the first episode in this series called Breaking Bread, where I show you guys the recipes that I love to cook for my family and my friends. So today on the menu we're having Caribbean style brown stewed chicken, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do decide to try the recipe, please let me know. Otherwise, just relax and enjoy the video and vibes. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is start off with our green pepper, and I'm just slicing it. And we don't need it finely chopped, so I'm just doing some small, medium slices. And then I'm gonna start with our red pepper and just do the same. Gonna remove that core, slicing through the membrane of the red pepper, and then just twisting clockwise and removing it from the cavity. And like before, just slicing the pepper. Okay, so I'm just using some leftover onion from the fridge, and I'm gonna cut off the ends. And I know people typically say not to do that, but it just makes it easier to cut. I do know it releases irritants, and that can make your eyes will water. Now the garlic, I typically get it already peeled. I hate trying to get it out of its shell and that like thin layer under the shell. It's just so much work. So shout out to Whole Foods and their organic peeled garlic. It's actually not that expensive. But after removing the edges, I am going in and finally chopping. As you saw, the edges kind of had like a little bit of outgrowth, and you can just chop that right off. And then I'm going to finally chop the garlic. We want it pretty much minced. Okay, so now we have the actual chicken, and this is where the fun part begins. I am going to cut off the fat and extra skin, as well as remove any feathers. Okay, just pretty much doing the same thing again, using the kitchen shears to remove the fat and skin. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the chicken and then let it sit in the water and vinegar for about 30 minutes. Okay, so now it's time to season the chicken, and I'm going to be using garlic powder, onion powder, ginger, thyme, all-purpose seasoning, celery salt, a little bit of olive oil, and lastly, browning sauce. Just make sure you guys mix it really, really well before you add your veggies. And now we're going to go ahead and add our veggies and give it a good mix. Okay, like so, like that. And then we're ready to start cooking, guys. So gonna add some olive oil to a pot and some brown sugar, and then we're gonna mix it so it's melted. We're getting ready to caramelize our chicken. And guys, you're gonna wanna periodically stir your chicken. You don't want it to burn, but it should be browned just like this. And then we're gonna add the pre-seasoned veggies. And once again, we want to just move the chicken around so it's not sticking to the bottom and burning. And we're just working the veggies to be evenly distributed. Okay, we're going in with some chicken stock and that garlic that we chopped previously. And some tomato paste. This is gonna add a really nice flavor. And it might have been easier to add the tomato paste before the veggies, but 2020 is hindsight. Anywho, we gotta work that tomato paste in. And it shouldn't be that hard because of the chicken stock. So go ahead and work it in. Adding a little bit more chicken stock. And I just let the meat stew for about an hour and a half. Just pretty much letting it tenderize before adding the carrots. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that, add the carrots. And then mix it, make sure that the carrots are submerged and evenly distributed as well. Okay, we're gonna close that lid and then just let it cook for an additional 30 to 40 minutes until the carrots are soft. And it should look like this. I'm just gonna stir and then reduce the heat. We are all done and dinner is served. Here we go, guys. Hope you enjoy. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.